Welcome back to the Crypto Moses channel. You guys, the White House just wrapped up its highly anticipated crypto summit. And this was an event that was expected to actually be a historic moment and bullish for Bitcoin and the entire crypto space. But instead of actually skyrocketing, we took a hit. And it's been more of a hit since then. So the question is, what's the deal? Are we actually about to break out again? Or is this just another market trap? Today, I want to break down everything we need to know, including the real impact of the summit, what it does mean for Bitcoin, and then most importantly, where we should be going from here. A quick reminder, you guys, this is not financial advice because I'm not an advisor, but what it is a way to take this data and be able to create your own concise decisions specifically based on your own situation. So just use that to your advantage, but let's get into reading this data. So right now, Bitcoin has been on a roller coaster. We've got buy the rumor and sell the news happening like crazy. And as of right now, as of today, Bitcoin's hovering at around 82,218 or so, which is down from yesterday's close at 4.2%. It did hit an intraday high of 86K, and then the sharp fell happened. So what happened, you guys? News-wise, it's a classic buy the rumor, sell the news. We did see excitement build before the summit, and that's what pushed the price up. Then, as the actual event happened, profit taking sent Bitcoin tumbling. That's why then I focused on closing out a lot of my long trades, and this really helped because you could see the market feeling too euphoric, and you always want to be able to secure profits, right? Now, look, my strategy usually stays the same. You want to buy when there's extreme fear, right? And you're going to be able to see that on the chart. Hell, when you look at the chart and get scared, that's when you should be thinking the opposite. And then you want to sell when the hype actually starts kicking in, and you want a dollar cost average sell. So right now, we are seeing a lot of short-term uncertainty playing out. Now, Trump's Bitcoin statement. The question is, what did that really mean? And one of the biggest moments in the summit was when Trump had the statement, from this day on, America will follow the rule that every Bitcoin holder knows. Never sell your Bitcoin.
From this day on, America will follow the rule that every Bitcoin knows very well. Never sell your Bitcoin. That's a little phrase that they have. I don't know if that's right or not.
And it does sound really bullish, right? But let's break it down. So Trump recently did sign an executive order to establish a U.S. strategic Bitcoin reserve, right? And that suggests that government is finally recognizing Bitcoin's importance. But here's the catch. The other does not include a large scale purchase plan like we wanted. It mainly focuses on utilizing already held government token. And that's actually why the market didn't react as explosively as some had hoped. All right, now here's what really matters. The U.S. Treasury and Commerce Departments are actively exploring ways to accumulate more Bitcoin, and this is as a part of their national reserves. So that is some good news. This move will help eliminate some major fear in the market. The U.S. government might dump Bitcoin into the market. Now it's clear they're guaranteed holding on to it. Now, what do you think about that? Do you think that the U.S. should hold Bitcoin, or should they diversify into like altcoins? I do want to hear some thoughts on that below, so drop a comment. And then another piece that was actually kind of missed in the summit was banks can now hold Bitcoin for you, right? A lot of people overlook this. Then we have the OCC, which is the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency. And that has officially allowed the US banks to be able to custody Bitcoin. It's kind of interesting, right? Now, this could mean that you can now store your Bitcoin with banks just like a traditional asset, right? And then there's no more worrying about losing private keys or handling your own cold storage. Now, I know many of you prefer self-custody, just like I do, and that's totally valid. But for mainstream adoption, this is a game changer. People don't want to have to think about that. They want to store their wealth on a USB drive and then have a worry about it later. They want an institutional level grade security. And that's how Bitcoin becomes a true global asset, right? Now, M2 money supply is surging. Now, the question is that a bullish signal? Now, everybody focus on the crypto summit, but in the background, I think that something even bigger has been happening the past weeks. And the question is, why does this matter? Well, because the last time we saw a huge surge like this, it kicked off the 2021 bull market. And right now, we're seeing literally a similar pattern happening. And at the same time, we've got the S&P 500 pulling back. which historically aligns with crypto dips before the rallies. And then we've got analysts like Alex Thorne from Galaxy Digital who predict that Bitcoin could hit 150K in 2025. It's going to be fueled by government adoption and institutional demand. So are we about to see Bitcoin's next big leg up, right? And then another thing, is altcoin season coming, or is it a fake out? Now, we did see some altcoins start surging. We did see it in Solana, Sui, and then a couple of others. And we haven't seen a true full-blown alt season yet. And here's what needs to happen. Okay, one, we need macroeconomic conditions to shift in favor of the riskier assets. So we're going to need a lot of security within the general market. Two, we're going to need clearer regulations, and that needs to be finalized by the government, because that's going to give people investor confidence. And then lastly, liquidity does have to increase as institutional players start entering this space. Now, some do believe that Trump's policies are setting up a massive rate cut scenario. This could trigger an alt season. And if this does happen, we could finally see an actual explosive rally, right? Now, here are my final thoughts. Let's summarize it. We're in a pivotal moment right now. The long-term of Bitcoin, the long-term outlook of Bitcoin, for me, is fully bullish, right? We clearly see Bitcoin adoption growing at the government level, right? We saw institutional adoption start happening, and look, we got to 100K. Imagine when government adoption fully expands and takes over, and we're at 200, 300K, right? Right now, we do have short-term uncertainty, right? And we're gonna have some summit volatility and profit taking in play. You have to understand that. For me, in the long-term positions, I'm always going to be holding, because those I don't think of as immediate need, right? You don't want to do that, and it has to be in the position you're in. So you want to be able to secure the long-term bags, as they would say in the crypto space. But I'm also trying to stay patient, and I'm watching for the next major move. So the question is, what do you think? Are we gearing up for a breakout, or are we going to see more turbulence first, right? What do you think? Drop your comment below. But as always, please stay informed, stay prepared, and just stay ahead in the market and be safe. Right now, it's pretty volatile. Peace out, everyone.